Hello there, and a very warm welcome to the Overseas Guides Company's YouTube presentation. Well, moving abroad anywhere is a huge step, but many of us have done it and will continue to do so. This week, it's just a few tips I've got for you on how to combat inevitable feelings of homesickness. Now, it takes time and great planning to really get to the stage where you're going to move abroad. But when the day finally comes that you actually leave the UK, you might be experiencing feelings of excitement, anticipation, and perhaps just a little fear. After all, you are starting life, a new life in a different country. And let's not forget that most countries, practically all countries, are a lot larger than what you're used to in the UK. I think the key to a successful move does lie in early and thorough preparation, but settling into life abroad will undoubtedly take some time, so it's wise to go with the attitude that you're bound to feel a little unfamiliar to start with. And once you understand that any feelings of homesickness at the beginning are normal and that eventually you will begin to feel more at home, then you realize that things will become easier. The most important thing to remember is that it does take time to adjust to a move abroad. As I say, most countries are larger than the UK, but you'll find many expats all over the world these days. You will find also that you have more space, I would imagine, depending on where you're going, of course, but most countries you'll find do have a lot of space and perhaps bigger towns and cities. You probably need to take advantage of your foreignness, as it were, because if you do that, you'll be of much more interest to your new neighbours and locals, and you're likely to find that people will probably go out of their way to help you acclimatise. Before you set off, do find out as much as you can about the community you're going to, whichever the country is. Knowing a little bit about the community, how everything works, will be a great help to you once you get there. Now, if, for example, you have a hobby or some sort of sport that you like, it's really a good idea to enroll in something that is of interest to you, because that way you're likely to meet people who have similar interests, and that way you can start a network of friends. If you have children, of course, it's a great idea to plan your move abroad to start with a new school term. Your children will undoubtedly make friends quickly, and you, just by simply chatting at the school gate or attending your child's activities, you'll find that you begin to make friends that way too. The same goes, I would say, for having a pet. Pets are a great introduction to meeting people. We found that very much living here in France. Another tip is to invite neighbours in when you move in, even if it's only for a drink. People are often intrigued by foreigners and want to help you settle in. Don't forget also, people love to give advice, and many will want to practice their English on you, assuming you go somewhere where English isn't the first language. You will find expat communities in lots and lots of countries these days. Us Brits do tend to get around. So ask questions of any fellow British people that you know there or that you meet there about their own experiences. Just the mere fact of discussing your own situation with others will create a bond. If you're moving somewhere not too far away, such as France or Spain, Italy, and so on, you do have access, of course, to come back to the UK quite easily. If you're going somewhere further away, such as Australia, America, Canada, don't forget that these days communication is much, much easier. Get yourself a Skype account or a face page so that you can talk to people and see them. That really does help bridge the gap. You'll become more interesting, I think, to your friends and family, because when they do visit, they'll be intrigued by what you've done, and you'll be able to show them around at leisure rather than just spending the odd evening here or there. So the key really is to go with it and to integrate. I do actually think us human beings are extremely adaptable, and the very reason you went to wherever you're going, or are going to wherever you're going in the first place, will stand you in good stead. It's just important to remember that it'll take a little while to become familiar. If you'd like my help with any of these questions, or you have any comments to make, or you'd like me to cover anything here, do always write to us here at the Overseas Guides Company, or call our office in London. We're only too happy to help. We do offer completely personal services. I expect you know by now. I will speak to you again very soon. I hope this finds you well and happy and enjoying the summer. Bye-bye.